The Rus were ancestrally and ethnically Scandinavian people who traded and raided along the river routes between the Baltic and Black Seas from around the 8th to 11th centuries. It is believed that these people originated from an area of Sweden known as Roslagen, at one time referred to as Roden, from which the name Rus was derived. The Rus began as raiders and traders, their routes stretching as far as Constantinople and quite possibly beyond, but eventually they settled in and helped to found the territory known as Kievan Rus, a massive area comprising of many Slavic countries. At its greatest extent, in the mid-11th century, it stretched from the Baltic Sea in the north to the Black Sea in the south, from the headwaters of the Vistula in the west to the Taman Peninsula in the east. This territory united the majority of the Slavic tribes at the time. According to history, Prince Oleg was the monarch who decided to create Kievan Rus. He extended his control from Novgorod south along the Dnieper Valley to protect trade from Khazar incursions from the east and moved his capital to the more strategic Kiev. Three Varangian Norse brothers, Rurik, Cineas, and Truvor, established themselves in Novgorod, Beluzero, and Izborsk respectively. Two of the brothers died, leaving Rurik as the sole ruler of the territory and progenitor of the Rurik dynasty. Shortly afterwards, two of Rurik's men apparently asked him for permission to go to Constantinople. On their way south, they discovered a small city on a hill, which turned out to be Kiev. On Rurik's orders, it was captured, along with surrounding territories. Shortly before Rurik's death in 879 AD, he bequeathed the kingdom of the Rus to his kinsman, Prince Oleg, as regent for his young son Igor. Oleg captured Kiev from Rurik's men, who were still stationed there, proclaimed himself prince, and declared Kiev the mother of Rus cities. Rurik's descendants ruled regions of Russia until 1598. The name Rus may also have been derived from Rurik's name, and it is also included in the names of modern-day Slavic countries, Belarus and Russia, which would have once been a part of Kievan Rus. The Varangians were an elite army formed of Rus people, once Vikings who now lived and traded in Slavic countries. During the Viking Age, Rus would most likely have denoted exclusively Scandinavian people. However, as time went by, of course, the Scandinavians would have mixed with the native Slavs. Many people living in modern-day Slavic countries can boast a surprisingly high percentage of Norse DNA. Before Kievan Rus, the Slavs had no written language. The Byzantine emperor sent monks who created an alphabet suitable for the Slavic languages. This eventually developed into the Cyrillic script used today. Many people in Kievan Rus learned how to read and write, unusual in Europe at the time. Some love letters and school notes written on birch bark have survived over the centuries. The unusual political structure of Kievan Rus led to more conflict as princes competed for control. Also, crusades to the south began destroying profitable trading routes. The sacking of Constantinople by crusaders in 1204 dealt an especially hard blow. When Mongols began attacking the borders, Kievan Rus armies engaged in battle after battle. Still, Kievan Rus princes squabbled. Soon, Mongol invaders conquered the princes one by one. The city of Kiev fell in 1240, ending Kievan Rus, the first Russian state. For the next 200 years, Russian territory would be under control by the Mongol Khanate.